Well, hi, Richard Petrie here. I'm looking forward to seeing you at the upcoming conference, and I'm getting ready to pack my bags very soon and head away. I'm getting across there really. Now, I just had a one-on-one call this morning with a client based in Cambridge in England, and he was talking about the difficulty of differentiating himself in a market where there's a lot of architects. And yes, you could say he was sustainable and green and all that type of stuff, but there's a lot of architects saying that. So I took him through a little exercise, which I'm going to take you through right now in my workbook, which really helped him. Like, it blew his mind away as to how effective this could be. So I'm going to take you through it now, and I hope it helps you. It's a chance for you to work on something before you even turn up to the event. Once again, really looking forward to seeing you there, and hope you enjoy this little lesson. Okay, let's have a go at this and see how we go. So he's having issues because lots of competition. So design, and I guess closely associated with that is the build. So those two kind of go together. And what he's saying is we do design and build, and he's talking to the general people who might want that type of thing. He was residential. And of course, he's trying to get them in the store here. And so is everybody else, okay? Now, here's the issue. I don't believe that's necessarily the best place to get them in the door. If you think about how people, the processes they go through to become a client, this is when I'm ready to select an architect. I might go to someone to design. But there's phases before that, isn't there? Because back here, they want some sort of diagnosis on their specific situation. And then even before that, they want to gather info. Okay? So there are stages before hiring an architect to do design. Right? Now, actually, what I should do is do these in red, because these are what architects don't provide. There's a big hole here. This should be a dotted line, really. Okay, so what architects do provide is this: design and build, and that's where they try and get them in. What I'm saying to you is you should try and get people in here and in here. Now, you may have heard of the monkey's fist, okay? So the monkey's fist is free, problem, solving, information. Okay. Boom. So this product here is beautifully matching up with what they want. Okay. This product here we often call the LCC. So I call it the LCC, which stands for low cost consultation. Okay. And this is the diagnosis. That's what they want. They want, come and have a look at my bit of land or my house, and can you give me some advice? So now this is design advice. Now, I know what you're saying is, I already do that. I do it when they get me over here. And what I'm saying is, don't provide the pre-design advice as part of the design. It's a separate thing, right? It's a separate thing. If you have a separate product, a pre-design advice, let's call it a needs and options review, or it's some sort of pre-design advice before they need to hire someone to do the design, then this is a service, a standalone service, which is not being offered by all the other architects over here. Look at them all. Look at them all. They're all standing over here saying, I will design your building. Boom, boom, boom. They're all here. How many are over here? Offering a pre-designed services that don't require you to go to design? Let me tell you, just you. Okay, and as this guy I was speaking to this morning, I said, you'll be the only one offering this. You'll probably be the only one offering this as well, right? So we can get them in the door with this, move them up to some sort of, look, we'll give you some advice, and you would put a fee on this. Okay, in his case, it was £1. Okay, and from there, once you got them from there, it's very easy to get them to here. Okay, but pull them in through this door, the advice store, the pre-design advice. And there's some very key words you need to use when you get them into here. Things like doing this will reduce your risk. Okay, your risk will go down. your costs will probably go down. Because if we find anything in here, because we haven't done the analysis or the research properly in here, if we find it over here, it's going to be very, very expensive. Okay, it's far better to pay $500, $1,000, $1,500 to me to go and do the research first, right? Once we've done this, you can then go pass this off to all these different architects if you want, and they'll come up with a better design and reduced risk. Okay, so you might separate this out as a standalone product. Okay, as a standalone product. Now, what does a product need before you can productize it? Well, think about software and all that type of stuff, right? A standalone product needs a name. It needs a process. When I say process, 1, 2, 3, 4, this is what we'll do. It needs a promise. You will get 1, 2, 3. These are the 3 things you'll get when you go through this service. It needs a price, right? And finally, it needs a problem that you're going to solve. Or in other words, the risk, you are going to reduce the risk. So list all the things that can go wrong. Sorry if you can't see that. List all the things that can go wrong. It's risk. If they don't do this, everybody will want to do this. Okay? Everybody will want to do this. So don't be one of many. Well, it's an option for you. You can do whatever you want, but don't be one of many. Be the only one offering this, and maybe the only one offering this. But this is how you'll differentiate yourself, because you'll be the only one offering it. Okay, too risky to jump into design at the moment. Pre-design advice. Let me go and do the research and the analysis, and I'll get the facts for you, and then you can go to the design phase. You can speak to me or any other architect in town, and they'll be able to do a better job for you. What do you reckon? That is one way to differentiate yourself.